comes to life.
Jerusalem is unmistakably the holiest of all cities here in Israel. However, Jerusalem cannot claim the origin of the Christian faith. A 12-minute drive south takes us to the town of Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, which is situated in Palestinian territory. Bethlehem's most popular tourist site is the Church of the Nativity. Now that might be a little bit misleading because it is made up of three smaller churches, the Roman Catholic, the Armenian, as well as the Greek Orthodox churches. Tourists from around the world flock to this area to see the birthplace of the Christian faith. Inside the Greek Orthodox church and an ornately decorated sanctuary, chandeliers, priceless gold icons, and beautifully mosaic tiled floors. But the church is best known for its spiritual significance rather than all of its splendor.
It is a unique church because it is the only church, the Church of Nativity, just one in all over the world. And Christ was born in the grotto here.
Underneath the church lies a grotto, a cave-like dwelling that is believed to be where Jesus was born. At that very spot, in the stillness of the cave, many are able to envision Joseph and Mary, the baby, and the shepherds coming to see the baby Jesus.
I am here 30 years, a priest in here. I can't leave this place. It is in my heart, in my blood. When I go somewhere, I never delay to come back.
The Church of the Nativity isn't the biggest building, nor most beautiful building in Bethlehem. But the world's spotlight focuses on the place where Christians say God delivered the world the Savior. The Gospels tell us that the shepherds reported an angel appearing to them and saying, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of a great joy that will be for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." The Church of the Nativity is gearing up for the millennium with renovation work. The Roman Catholic Church plans to have this sanctuary ready before the Pope's visit next year. As you travel east from Jerusalem, the climate and landscape dramatically change. From the comfortable weather of the big city to the aridness of the Judean desert. Hidden away between the mountain ranges lies the lowest point on earth, the Dead Sea. It's hard for some people to believe that anything or anyone could exist in the hot and dry climate. But close to 2,000 years ago, King Herod took advantage of the conditions and built a fortress called Masada. A cable car ride up the side of the mountain takes you high above the valley below to King Herod's stronghold in the sky. Today, you can still see remnants of bathhouses, water pools, and palace walls. It wasn't until the beginning of the Great Revolt against Rome in 66 Common Era that Masada was captured by Jewish zealots. On Masada, this is one of the storage rooms that was built by King Herod. And as we take a look at the wall here, this black line indicates that this part of the wall is the original wall, while this part right here was restored by the Israeli government for tourism. Now, as we take a look, as we go into the storeroom, it was used to store probably dried fruit and grains. We can take a look at this wall here. Now, this wall is original wall, and it withstood an earthquake back in 749 Common Era. And as we go back here, we look at this rock formation right here. This could have been possibly a stove used by the Jewish zealots back in the days when they were fleeing from the Roman army. They stayed up here for 3 years. Designed to be a stronghold for a king, Masada became a refuge for rebels fighting against the Roman Empire. After Jerusalem was captured by the Roman army, their attention turned to Masada to reclaim the fortress and to eliminate the Jewish rebels.
At the foothills of Masada, you can still see the areas where the Roman army set up camp. Initially, they hoped the Zealots would surrender because of hunger or thirst. But because of the sophisticated water and food system on Masada, the Jews had no intentions of coming down. It wasn't until the Roman army decided to build a ramp to penetrate the earthen walls of Masada that the Zealots began to take action. The area just behind me here on Masada has special significance. Historians believe that this is the site where the Jews made the decision on how they would kill themselves rather than be taken over by Roman captivity. As the Roman rampway edged ever closer to the walls of Masada, names were drawn and 10 men's names were selected. Those 10 men then, according to historical reports, killed the wives and children. They then laid down, and 9 of them were killed by one man. That final man then ended up killing himself. Today, Masada is a place that symbolizes the inspiration and the bravery of the Jewish people.
As you leave Masada and head north, it's not unusual to spot caves nestled in the folds of the Judean mountains. The contents of such caves have proven to be priceless archaeological finds. The most famous discovery in the 20th century took place in Qumran, situated on the northwestern shore of the Dead Sea. The year was 1947. As the story goes, some Arab shepherds were searching for a lost goat. During their search, one of the boys threw a stone into the hillside cave and heard a shattering sound. Upon investigation, they discovered pottery jars that contained leather scrolls. These were the Dead Sea Scrolls. They contained Old Testament manuscripts written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. These scrolls predated the oldest manuscripts on record by at least 1,000 years. Today, tourists not only find it fascinating to visit the site of the caves at Qumran, they can also see the Dead Sea Scrolls on display in Jerusalem. The scrolls are housed in the Shrine of the Book, which is part of the Israel Museum.
The Holy Land, where the Bible